Can carrying cash really get you arrested for prostitution in California? It sounds absurd, but it happens, especially during sting operations in places like Van Nuys or Los Angeles, right around Figueroa. If you've been caught up in one and you're worried about how it works, this video is for you. Let's break down what law enforcement gets wrong, what your rights are, and how we defend these cases in court, especially when body cam footage is involved. Here's a real example. Our client, let's call him, stopped his car when someone waved him down. A brief conversation followed, no talk of sex or money. Then suddenly he's surrounded by undercover officers, handcuffed, and pulled out of the car. They find $80 in his hoodies and slap him with a prostitution-related citation. No deal was made, no crime was committed. But now John has to defend himself. Let's be crystal clear. Carrying cash is not illegal. Having $60, $80, or even a few $100s in your pocket doesn't mean you're up to anything. But in sting operations, police sometimes use that cash as supposed proof of criminal intent. That's not how probable cause works. Intent has to be based on what was actually said, not what officers think you might have meant. Body-worn camera footage is one of the strongest tools we have in cases like these. It shows what was said, and more importantly, what wasn't said. Whether Miranda warnings were properly given, whether the officers used coercion to get a statement. In John's case, the footage backed up that there was no clear agreement and that he was detained before any probable cause existed. That makes the arrest illegal. In cases like these, we fall under a motion under Penal Code 1538.5 to suppress any evidence gathered after an illegal stop or arrest. That includes the cash they found, any statements made, and the citation itself. If the detention wasn't legal from the start, the whole case can fall apart. That's what we mean when we talk about fruit of the poisonous tree. Everything that came after the bad stop is tainted. Even if you said something like $80, that still might not be enough. The law requires a clear and mutual understanding and agreement on sex for money. If the conversation was vague, fast, or confused, especially under pressure, that could work in your favor. One more thing. If officers forced you into admitting something by threatening arrest, towing your car, or taking you to the station so that way your wife doesn't hear from you, that is coercion. And under California law, statements under duress are inadmissible. Just because you had cash or picked someone up on the street does not make you guilty. Your statements do. You have rights. The Constitution protects you from illegal searches, coerced confession, and assumptions based on weak evidence. If you were cited or arrested in a prostitution sting, don't stay silent. And definitely don't plead guilty without talking to a defense attorney first. Reach out for a free case review. We'll look at your body cam footage, challenge the evidence, and fight to clear your name.